I'm Dingo Cannon. I'm here in Okinawa, Japan, on my way to the DAWG BITE studios, where every week I'll be talking with the Lethal Weapon, TJ Madden, live from Australia, where we'll be touching on some of the hottest topics in pro wrestling from around the world. We go worldwide with exclusive interviews with some of the biggest names in pro wrestling and MMA today. Tune in as we go live, here, only on the DAWG BITE.
Take two.
Dingo,
What's up?
Dingo, are you going to do introductions for the show?
No, you do.
For your show, apparently?
My show now.
Apparently.
Oh, just
Apparently it's
when
a show.
conveniently you want me to do stuff, it's my show.
I
All week it's yours.
I can do it for the Lethal Bite if you want.
I'll do it for the Lethal Bite then.
Or do you want it the DAWG BITE?
No, I want the Lethal Bite, I'm out.
Hey, don't you let him push you around.
See, MDC USA want Lethal Bite.
MDC, no.
We're okay with the lethal bite. Or we're not.
Yeah, no.
What would you like?
What's that?
Yeah, what, you want me to do introductions?
Yes.
Alright, start.
Here we go. Let's get this in the can.
Welcome to DAWG BITE, Okinawa, Japan. Here in the DAWG BITEs. Here in the DAWG BITE. Well, Vic.
Take two. So,
Vic Capri. Welcome to Japan, man.
thank you.
What's going on?
Oh, not much. We're just having a good time so far.
Yeah, right on.
We got at least 20 minutes of just good stuff before the start.
That is the start. That is the start. There's no
You'll
tape.
see it on the Christmas special outtake version.
No, but he's a big camera. I can't really see anything.
Okay.
Okay.
Carrie, work your magic like you did my show.
Right?
Yes.
All right. With us, as always, Justin Dredd.
Hi.
What's going on?
Oh, loving this. Loving Japan right now. Had a blast.
Now let me get this right. Your first trip outside.
The U.S. Yes.
Couldn't have picked a better place.
Exactly. Could not pick a better place.
And then,
Yeah.
oh, never mind.
Sometimes we let him tag along sometimes.
Every now and then.
Well, I'm very happy to meet you all. I've been looking forward to this for a couple of weeks now, so it's great to see MDC USA in Japan.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, man. It's a cool thing to have happen, dude. I mean, it's when me and Dingo started this over a year ago, I didn't think it was gonna take off the way it did, but you know, things just kind of fell into place, and we really got a lot of steam in America, and I kept it running here in Japan with Tita and everybody, and you know, now here we are having MDC parties and doing podcasts and having a good time. So.
What actually brings you to Japan, and just out of interest, have you heard the rumours of infighting with MDC Japan?
Don't. What? You say this every week. No, he says it every week.
That there's infighting?
There's no
That there's infighting?
There's no infighting.
Are you looking for a scoop there, Tony?
Do I look like I would lie to you guys? I'm an investigative reporter. So
See?
You know what he's like? He's like Joey Legend doing the Just Joe gimmick.
Yes.
Spreading rumors.
Oh no! Well, I can tell you right now that no, we're very tight knit.
Well, except for the one
Except for
goof that we...
Except for the one guy. MDC has a very simple rule. It's you do your job and you get things done, or you get the bricks. You know, it's not a hard
You
formula.
don't cry. You don't cry and whine. You go.
You don't cry.
You're out the door.
Hey, you want to pull that axe out and grind it a little harder in front of everybody?
What?
You can if you want to.
Well, I mean, it was.
all I know is that Dingo used Hibiscus as an honorary member for a tag tournament, and she low-blowed him, and he ended up losing the tournament because of it.
Well, that's why you don't trust a girl.
Yeah.
You trust women?
You don't trust women, Tony.
It was an accidental low blow.
Yeah. Hey, he accidental. Yeah, accidental. Just like a hole in the head.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But what actually brought you guys to Japan this time? There's a big event coming up, or has it already been?
Not me, no.
It's coming up. It's coming
Next
up.
week.
Yeah,
Next week.
Champura here on Sunday. That's coming up. Well, you know, it's really cool because the first time when I came last year, and me and Dingo put this together, was in August, and we had always talked about coming back for 2018 and figuring something out. And luckily enough, there was there was kind of an agreement between Ruku Dragon Pro Wrestling and Frontline Pro Wrestling in America to have a talent exchange, which brought DAWG Dingo and Gorgon Mask to America to wrestle. I think you guys did 6 shows in 6 days or something like that. It was a nice little one-week tour that they came in and they did a great job. And on the flip side of that was to bring NBC USA to Japan specifically for Champura here on Sunday. But we also have other bookings that we got to do. We got to work with Dingo on the Just Tap Out show, which was at the Budokan. We got to do the first show for Ruku Dragon Pro on just this last Sunday, and we'll be heading to Tokyo to work for Ganbear on Saturday. So it all kind of worked out, and it's a really cool talent exchange because it's very rare. It's hard to get a pipeline from one country to another because sooner or later somebody doesn't want to cough up the money to do it. So we have a very good working relationship with both Frontline Pro Wrestling that we're a part of, and then also with Ruku Dragon Pro. So hopefully this is a yearly thing where we're coming back to Japan all the time.
And so Colt Cabana was at that show you said, wasn't he?
Yes, yeah. Colt came and did. He was only supposed to do 1 day, and then he wound up coming and doing 2.
Yeah. You did Colt Cabana's podcast too.
Yeah, I did do Colt Cabana's podcast. I've known Colt for, oh my god, me and all 3 of them. Well, you probably know him longer than me.
Yeah, I've known him since probably '99. That's when I first met him.
Yeah.
06, 07 when I wrestled with him.
Yeah, 06, 07 for him, and I met him the same time he met him.
Yeah.
So we've known Colt for a while. He's always been a great guy.
Yeah.
I had talked to him about doing stuff with Frontline Pro probably 4 months before we did that big Navy-based show, and he was super interested, and we were trying to figure stuff out. And he had went to actually Scotland, I think it was, for like 4 weeks before he came back. And he messaged me saying, "Hey, are we good for the Naval Day shows?" And to my discredit, I can honestly say I was like, "Oh, you never confirmed. I sent the confirmation to you." Luckily, we were able to get paperwork all figured out because there's a lot of paperwork with those type of shows, and we were able to get him everything squared away. And he came and he had such a good time the first night that the shows were over. And he came over and asked manager, was like, "Man, if I come tomorrow too?" And of course, Frontline was happy to have him. So
he actually had to go shoot something like a commercial or something as well, but it was a little bit later in the afternoon, so I think he came. It was just the morning portion of it.
Yeah, the morning.
But he ran and did the first one. The first morning show on the second day.
So he squeezed it into a tight schedule to make sure that he could get it that much fun.
Yeah.
So
I wanted to say to you, Ben, from the first day that I saw you join the Mad Dog Club with Dingo, I've been keeping an eye on your promos that you put on Facebook. And I keep saying to Dingo, he's the best mic man in the business. I don't know how he's not in WWE just on that streak. And one of my favourite promos that you cut was the one on your fans where you told them all that you hate their guts.
yeah, that's not a promo.
That's a shoot. That's every day in life. No. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. There's a lot of work that goes into those for me. I don't want to. I've always felt that a wrestler needs to be well spoken. I've always taken a lot of film study, not just with wrestling matches, but also with promos. I think one of my favorite guys that ever cut promos was James the Snake Roberts. I mean, the guy can whisper, and he would do it just in the right way, with just the right, pause between words, and just the right timing that it would suck you in, and you'd want to hear every word. And in an era where screaming and yelling and ranting about nonsensical things that didn't match up at all was the primary way to go, he was so against the norm, and I thought it was such a cool thing. And I had a very good opportunity with a company that I'm no longer with to explore the Ben McCoy character of kind of like being the jilted hero. I had been the #1 baby face there for a while. We had a really good run with it, and I just kind of felt like it was time to mix things up, and it just so happened that Joey Avalon punched my wife in the face, and it was just some of the fans, I will admit not all of the fans, but some of the fans cheered. It was kind of a moment where I was like, now wait a minute. If that was like, for example, with you, if that was someone you loved, and they got punched in the face, and you were right there, and you weren't able to save them, and people cheered, you'd kind of be, sorry, Akira. You'd probably be pissed off, right? You'd have a big issue with it, and that's where that promo came from. It was one of those things where it's, people, wrestling fans, and this is not all wrestling fans, but all wrestlers know this. And Vic's been around 20 years. He'll tell you that they're out there. There's a certain category of who they are, and everybody knows who they are. But there's certain wrestling fans that feel the second they buy a ticket, they can do whatever they want, even if it's crossing lines, even if it's being a little bit too excited or too far with the words that they say. There's a line of respect that, as a wrestler, I command with my audience, and I don't care if you bought a ticket or not. If you cross that line, I'm gonna have an issue with you. And it's just one of those things where I can remember when we had a show where a fan said the female body part derogatorily, yelled it at me over and over again, and there's on the side of him is 6 kids that are 12 and 10 and 6 and 7, and I just walked right up to that guy. He found out very quickly that wasn't going to happen on a show that I was on. And so when I cut that promo, it was literally talking about the fans that, you buy a ticket and you talk all this trash, and yet you expect me to sign your t-shirts and take a picture with you and smile and laugh and tell you stories and be your circus monkey. And that's not how this works. I think the fans have been catered to by so many people that to run a storyline with the NBC USA the way that we've ran it, where it's not going against the fans, but it's letting the fans know that if you're with us, we'll ride and die with you to the end. But if you're not with us, we're gonna make sure we make your life miserable because we can. And it's been a fun time doing it, to be completely honest.
Yes.
You guys all know each other before wrestling, or is it through wrestling that you know each other?
Oh, through wrestling, yeah.
Yes.
So,
Through wrestling? So how long ago did you all meet?
You guys,
yeah.
we live together.
We live
lived together, and go ahead, you tell them.
Not in that way.
No,
What did you say? Good mates? Not that.
Not that good mates.
He moved in with me and my brother for about a year. So, and me and him have known each other for going on 13, 14 years. So, almost as long as he's been wrestling, I've been wrestling, we've known each other.
He was the best man at my wedding. I was the best man at his wedding. He's the godfather of one of my daughters. I'm the godfather of one of his daughters. We still do barbecues every now and then. We have a thing called Friendsgiving, which is the Saturday after Thanksgiving that me and him kind of throw a shindig bash to, and it's kind of grown with people as time's going on. And I didn't meet Vic right away, but I knew Vic through tape trading back in the day. I'm going to date myself. There wasn't an
You're dating me.
Yes,
Is what you're doing.
there wasn't an internet or anything
Yeah.
at the time. Well, at least not a nice one the way it is now. And so you got everything through independent wrestling through tapes. And I remember breaking into the business in 2005 and getting my first couple of tapes. And one of the very first matches I watched, I think it was either you and Punk or you and Aries. And it was I want to say,
Would have been Punk and I was LWF. Then it was Ace and I did a ton of IWA
itself.
And we did a triple threat also.
Yeah.
So it might have been one of those. Because Ace and I had a long feud. Ace Steele and I, who was actually the guy that trained CM Punk, we had a long feud in IWA Mid-South. So that might have been it.
So I found out about him through watching tapes, and then I didn't meet him because he had taken time off. Basically, he had taken time off basically at the same time that we broke in, and so it wasn't until after the army, me leaving the army and coming back to wrestling that I physically had met him, because I don't think we met before.
It was maybe like 4 or 5 years ago we actually met.
Maybe for like a Carmine show. possibly in Milwaukee, or
Was it in Milwaukee or was it SSW?
or SSW. Well, it should have been SSW.
They were using your ring, yeah.
Yeah. So we had met right before I came back from wrestling when I was just rigging rings out and stuff. And yeah, so our wrestling's kind of given us all each other. So.
So, Vic and Ben, you've been to Japan a couple of times now, haven't you? Like a few times?
No, this is Vic's first
This
time.
is my first time.
This is the coolest part about this is he's waited 20 years to get here and he finally got here. So.
This was always my dream, was to come here and wrestle in any capacity. Since I started, I've done dark matches for WWF at the time, now WWE, all that kind of stuff. But all I ever wanted to do was come here. I'm a big old school All Japan, FMW fan, all that kind of stuff. So that coming here, what is like the crown jewel of my career, is a big moment for me.
So this is also too was one of my goals when I first started wrestling. Is I wanted to come to Japan, however I could get here to wrestle. And
His previous longest flight was 45 minutes.
Both enjoying it so far?
This has been fantastic, actually. We've enjoyed ourselves. Even like the Mad Dog party we had after the show the other day, the fans were phenomenal. All of them just absolutely wonderful. We had a great time talking. Everybody went out of their way to even try and accommodate us because of the language barrier. And it was, I will honestly say, like Ben said in his promo, I hate meeting fans and being
That's a
around
shoot.
them.
That's actually true.
That really is true. So trying to have a conversation with them, at least in the States, I'm not a fan of it. I try and avoid it as much as possible. And it was such a pleasant surprise. And I told Dingo at one point, I was like, this was just effing amazing. I love it. And that was true, just straight from my heart. It was fantastic.
So Ben, part of the reason that I wanted to have you all on was just for the fans to get to know you all as part of the family, because you know you are all synonymous with the dog bite. That's what MDC is, what we're all about.
yeah.
But the story that both Dingo and I have been talking up is your story, Ben. So I was wondering if you'd mind taking our fans through your time in the army and why you've got the nickname Bulletproof Ben McCoy.
Right here, baby.
Yeah, he's got the shirt on.